connection.
I have a new question. I've been attacked and abused in my life, robbed, stolen from. How can I, and I'm kind of at the point in my life where I think about on schedule something bad could be coming up around the corner. What can I do to prevent any kind of negative thing happening to me when I'm trying to contemplate my own consciousness?
Yes. This is the book, The Secret of Bliss. Chapter number 4 is on sanskaras. Okay, it's 20 some pages explaining all the details. Whatever happened in the past remains as memory in the unconscious mind. Unconscious mind is called chitta, and those memories and impression is called sanskaras. So all the experiences of the past are stored, though we don't see it. They control our life. So you had any experience that was frightening to you, that memory remains. The detail may go away. Somebody robbed you, somebody hit you. Those minor details will go away. But kind of fear would remain. And then that memory plays a role in our everyday life. So really we are controlled by sanskaras. We all have sanskaras from childhood, from our upbringing, from schooling, parents and personal experiences. Plus we have accumulated sanskaras from previous life. All the sanskaras are stored inside. So the answer is to change your life or to remove the fear of anything, to go back to those sanskaras and eliminate them. Safest way is meditation. In meditation, you go deep into deeper mind. In samadhi, when consciousness expands, then all the small experiences which are negative dissolve easily, because just like going in the space, you see small thing to be insignificant in samadhi. Then there are quick answers are hypnosis. Just I have described all the things, so I'm not going into it. Hypnosis, you are regressed into the memories that happened in childhood or whenever it happened. Once you face that experience with higher consciousness, that memory is removed. You cannot remove now because it's stored at the experience of that time. But when we are conscious and aware, we can face it and remove it.
Isn't that where Vipassana meditation works best?
Yes. Vipassana meditation works on the same principle, because in Vipassana, just in a capsule form, so many teachers teach it, but they are caught into mechanism, not thinking deeply. What it is, Vipassana, you practice breathing, so you integrate your total being, your body, gross body, astral body, causal body. So they are all synchronized. And when they are synchronized, subtle comes into grosser to grosser. Causal, which is sanskaras are hidden, comes to astral, astral to gross. So all the impressions come on the surface and they come out in the form of images. So if all the experience come on the surface, you are eliminating. Requirement is you create the state of equilibrium, so you are not caught into the emotional aspect of it. You remain observer. Then in the body, you travel through the body, and all those impressions of sanskaras come through the body, and body is made up of 5 basic elements: earth, water, fire, air and space. It is not gross, it's subtle form. The basic essential element is called Pancha Mahabhuta. Everything is made from that. Table, book, our body, animals, plant, everything is made up of these 5 basic elements. So really ultimately you want to remove sanskaras, it has to go all the way, coming to the fundamental level. They disappear and they're gone forever. It's just like water has disturbance because there is gas trapped underneath. And when gas comes up, it comes up on the surface in the form of bubble, and bubble is popped, the gas is removed. So sanskaras are like bubbles. You know, all the gas hidden comes on the surface. This is simplified version, but basically many other techniques, you know, biofeedback, rebirthing, laughter, spontaneous laughter, writing the diary, repentance, all this, like, all we want to do is maintain equilibrium and bring that negative thing on the surface.
Shanti, I'm going to say something. When I did that for Vipassana yoga and,
Yeah.
and retreat, and I did that for a long time, when it comes to the surface, what's going on is, you know, whatever happened to you, you were younger. So when I had my abuse, I was younger. So when I was doing that heavy meditation and it came to the surface, I was also older, and I was also able to witness it in a totally different mind. So the pain and all the suffering was the same thing that an 8-year-old went through, or whatever you went through at the time. And then when it came to the surface, when I was in my 30s, I viewed it, okay, this is what it was, and not what I viewed it as previous. So that's the difference. And
Yes.
then the change occurs very quickly because you're seeing it as an adult. So you move through it quickly,
Yes.
that when the sanskars come
Right.
up to the surface.
It is not being adult, but state of equilibrium you create through meditation
Right.
before you go through that.
Okay.
Just another example, psychedelic drugs would do the same thing, bring the sanskaras on the surface. And so many people did LSD, they become crazy because so many sanskaras came on the surface. But same thing Baba Ramdas and other spiritual masters experimented. And American Indians, they use drugs, but in proper manner,
Peyote.
peyote and all this. So they create proper consciousness and experience come on the surface, so you don't get lost into it. Also in a rebirthing they do like cyclic breathing. Emotions come on the surface, so there is somebody who stays by your side, the guide kind of thing. They soothes you, like it gives you assurance,
Like coaching.
so coaching, so that you don't get caught into it. Otherwise, you get into the experience and you play that, you go deeper into it.
Right. You get lost in it.
Yes, so this just gives simplified version of it.
So Shanti, if your samskaras are moving down through the different levels
Yes,
and they come out, then you might have a physical sensation. Is
yes.
that right?
This is exactly in Vipassana, you sit and you are supposed to observe the sensation, heating, cooling, tingling. So this is how they describe. But it is not as simple as I'm explaining. The general idea you understand, that is the idea. In a Raja Yoga Samadhi, you expand your consciousness. So Patanjali explained, the sanskaras which are at gross level, they die away. Then subtler sanskaras die away. Still subtler sanskaras, they die away without your awareness. In Vipassana, you consciously become a witness. So this is the difference. Buddha explained Eightfold Path is totally different but covers the same essence of Raja Yoga path of Patanjali. So he simplified. He took out some of the unnecessary steps. So it is good for somebody who is intensely interested. He took out yoga positions, pranayamas or breathing techniques. He went straight from moral discipline to concentration or samadhi. And third step is to experience, witness. Shila, which is moral discipline. Yoga has 10 commandments. He has only 3 commandments. Samadhi, yoga has pranam and everything. Yoga has last stage of samadhi. And prajna means wisdom. That is where you observe and see impermanence of everything and become free.